What's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. Today, I am going to talk about the changes that Xbox is making to Xbox Game Pass. And yeah, don't worry, you guys are still gonna get my Peacemaker episodes, season 2, episode 7 review. But that's why I'm doing this video at 5:27 a.m. Right? So, you guys are still gonna get the Peacemaker season 2, episode 7 review. But I needed to talk about this because as I've said, like I'm gonna make video. I made video games a pillar of this channel, so there's gonna be a lot more video game coverage coming in the future of this channel. But yeah, so um, as you guys know, because I've said it before, I have both an Xbox and a PlayStation, and I plan to keep getting both consoles as long as I'm able to, right? Right? Because I'm a big gamer. I cover it for you guys. I enjoy playing video games a lot. And it's my job now because I cover it for you guys. So, yeah. And I enjoy it. That's the most important thing. So, um, first of all, I think Game Pass is the best deal in gaming. Bar none, bro. Like, since I've had my Xbox Series X, because I got my Xbox Series X in 2022, right before we moved back to Ontario, where I'm originally from, I got my Xbox Series X. I can tell you that since I've had my Xbox Series X, it's cut my game what I would spend on video games in half, bro. Like it's cut it in half, right? And sometimes, like this year, for example, like it's it's cut it in more than half, right? Because, for example, Exhibition 33, Clear Obscure Exhibition 33, came out in April, and I played that on Game Pass, and that's my game of the year, right? So that so so uh, obviously I wouldn't have bought that game if I didn't have Game Pass, right? Because yeah, and then this month alone, guys, right? Yes, I have Ghost of Yote coming. That's a PlayStation game. But other than that, Ghost of Yote is the only game that I bought this month. But you know how many games I'm going to play this month? Ninja Gaiden 4. The Double Fine game comes out next week. Ninja Gaiden 4 comes out at the end of a month. Outer Worlds 2 comes out at the end of a month. And yeah. So I still think Game Pass is the best deal in gaming. But you're like, no, what are the changes to Game Pass? And okay, so I'll tell you. So this is mainly gonna focus on the changes to Game Pass Ultimate because that's the Game Pass subscription that I think, well, I have personally, and I think most of you that are gonna watch this video have Game Pass Ultimate. So this video is mainly gonna focus on that. But they're changing all the tiers, right? Um, so with Game Pass Ultimate now with all the changes, yes, there's a price raise. Am I happy about it? No, right? I don't know how much it is in Canada yet, but it is 30 in the US, which probably means it is 40-45 in Canada, right? I'm not happy about it, but I still think it's the best deal in gaming, right? And one thing I made a promise to you guys on both of my channels, I'm going to be honest about all my opinions, right? Like, I don't lie to you, right? When I have an opinion about something, I say it straight and I don't sugarcoat shit, right? And so, like, do I like that they're raising my price to $40 or $45? No. But do I still think it's the best deal in gaming? Yes. Because I just explained to you, it cuts my what I would spend on video games a year in half, bro, right? Um, so like, and obviously we get stuff. So they're adding for all free tiers, they're adding a reward system. Um, but you can get like points for playing games on Game Pass, right? Um, and um, you can redeem those points into buying like DLC. So you spend the points on the DLC, right? So that's new, right? Um, you still get Game Pass Ultimate right now. They're not gonna make these changes right away, but right now you get um, all Xbox exclusives on day one. So like next year, for example, like they got, or let's use this month. They got Ninja Gaiden 4, which is Ninja Gaiden 4, Outer Worlds 2, and the Double Fine game, right? Those are all Xbox made games, which means on Game Pass Ultimate you get them day one, right? Um, and next year's gonna be insane for video games because let's just talk about the Xbox published ones. We're getting Gears of War E-Day next year, Fable next year, Forza Horizon 6, which I'm gonna do its own video on probably next week. Um, and then what else are we getting? Like we're getting a lot of games on in 2026, right? And for me, the coolest part is they're adding another partner subscription that you get with your Game Pass Ultimate subscription. So you get Ubisoft Plus, Ubisoft Classics. So this means you don't get like the new Ubisoft games day one, but you get like the classics. So think like Assassin's Creed 2. You can play that on Game Pass. Um, I don't know what a classic would be. I've never looked at the Ubisoft streaming service before, right? So I don't know what their classic lineup is, but that's really dope too, right? Um, and stuff like that. And again, like for Game Pass Ultimate, like I still think it's the best deal in gaming, even though it's $45. And I'll tell you why. If you buy, let's use this month for example. If you buy, and we're just gonna talk about Xbox here, right? If you buy Ninja Gaiden 4, Outer Worlds 2, and the Double Fine game, that's gonna run you almost $200, right? You spend $40 and you get all those games for a way reduced price. Call of Duty comes out in November. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 comes out in November. Way reduced price you get that game, right? And stuff like that. Again, do I like the price raise? No, I don't. But do I still think it's worth the price that they're asking? Yes, I do. Because Game Pass is the best deal in gaming, in my opinion. Game Pass is better than PS Plus. I I think everybody agrees with that, even people that just have a PlayStation. Game Pass is better than PlayStation Plus. Um, right? Because literally, guys, the only reason why I have PlayStation Plus is sometimes the free games are cool. I'll give you that. But, like this month are really good. You get Alan Wake 2 and something else that I'm forgetting, right? But the main reason why I have PS Plus, and you guys know I love both consoles, like, because I have both, and I can't wait to play Ghost of Yotei later today, right? Um, is the cloud storage, right? But it gives you like cloud storage if you buy PS Plus. So, That's mainly the only reason why I have PS Plus, right? Because sometimes I'll play online with people and stuff like that, and sometimes I'll play Mortal Kombat, or like when Marvel Dokkan Fighting Souls comes out next year, I'll play online with people. But I don't really play online. Like I like single player games mainly, right? So yeah, and I think Game Pass is miles better than PlayStation Plus, though, right? Because again, for the 4.5 years that I've had an Xbox, and as you guys heard me say in all these video game videos that I've done over the last week and a half, right? I'm like, and the video games will continue to be a pillar on this channel, so you guys will hear me say this a lot. I am going to buy the next Xbox and the PS6 on launch day. I'm gonna buy the future generations of consoles as long as I'm able to, because I think it's a really good deal. I'm a big gamer myself, and I also cover it for you guys, and I think Game Pass is the best deal in gaming, right? So, and PlayStation, in my opinion, makes the best exclusives in gaming, right? So, yeah, like literally, guys, like next year is a great example. Like as I've said, like I'm gonna be very, very, very selective about what I pick up next year because the next generation consoles are rumored for like late holiday 2027, right? Right? So I'm going to be very, very cautious about what I pick up next year, right? But yeah, like for me, because I have Game Pass next year, I will be playing Forza Horizon 6. Which is my favorite race. Forza is my favorite racing game series of all time. Those games are insanely good. And I will be doing its own video. I will be doing my own video on Forza, its own video on Forza Horizon 6. So stay tuned for that probably next week. I will be playing Gears of War E-Day on day one. I will be playing Fable on day one. I will be playing, what's the other game they have coming out? Something else. I think they're going to have a Halo game coming out next year. I will be playing that as well. And why will I be playing that? Because I have Game Pass, bro. Like I told you. I'm going to be very selective about what I pick up for video games next year. And stuff like that. I'm always selective. But I'm going to be very selective about what I pick up next year for video games. So yeah, for me, that's just the way I look at it. Like, and I understand why people are mad about the Game Pass price raising. But it's like, it's still the best deal in gaming, bro. Right? Like, it's still like, bro, like, truthfully, dude, if you were to get one console and you were like, how can I play the most games, and you weren't looking at like if somebody were to ask me like, hey Noah, which console should I get? I want to play lots and lots and lots of games, right? And I would be like, what are you looking for? Like, are you looking for great exclusives? Go to PlayStation, because PlayStation has great exclusives. And then if the person was like, or if you were like, I can only pick up one console, when I would be like, are you looking for great exclusives? And if they said yes, I would say go to PlayStation. I can't wait to play Ghost of Yotei today, guys. It's finally that day. But yeah, if somebody was like, no, I just want to play lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of games, and I don't really care about what exclusives there are, and stuff like that, I would say get an Xbox. That's honestly what I would say. And then buy Game Pass, right? And yes, it's way more expensive now. Am I happy about it? No, I'm not, right? But it's still the best deal in gaming in my opinion because, bruh, again, look at this month alone. Outer Worlds 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, and the Double Fine game. If you were to just buy those games outright, you would probably spend like $250 on it, right? With this, it's still more expensive with Game Pass, but it's Game Pass is more expensive now, but with Game Pass you spend I'm going to either go with the Canadian price, so like if it's 30 in the US, I'm going to up it by 10, which would mean like 45. That's still a better deal than you spending $250 on free games that month, right? For me, in my opinion. But yeah, like, what are your guys' opinion? And I, as you guys know, I'm open to all opinions. But as long as you respect my opinion, I respect your opinion. And please leave your opinions in the comments below. Thank you so much for all your support. And I hope you have a great day. And stay tuned for my Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 7 review coming later today. And tomorrow, once I have a chance to play Ghost of Yotei a bit, I'm going to be doing an impressions video of Ghost of Yotei as well. So, yeah, thank you so much for all your support. And I hope you have a great day.